Hello everyone, this is Sade the Dispatcher. I'm coming to you today with some amazing content on how I landed my first client. Independent freight dispatchers, this one is for you. But before I dive off into this video, let me quickly give you a little of my backstory. I am a retired veteran. I proudly served for many years in the active sector of the Army. Shortly after becoming a civilian, I got my CDLs and I became a truck driver. After a couple years over the road, great years, I made the conscious decision that I wanted to be at home more. I already had my degree, so I thought utilizing it would be the easiest path to go at this time. I enjoyed what I did for a living, but I never was really fulfilled. I was always looked at as an overachiever. It's like no matter what I do, I always give 110%, whether it's calculating data or mopping the floor. If I committed to it, it's going to be done to the very best of my ability. So the job was okay, but I knew I had the desire to do so much more. So I guess that's when I started my journey of entrepreneurial projects. I branched off into quite a few different sectors, but nothing I really had a passion for, bringing me back to the transportation industry. Now, like everyone else, when I decided to start my dispatching service, I had to do all the legwork. I got my LLC, my EIN, my website, domain, set up my office, all of the basics. But I still came to a standstill on what's next. How was I going to attract my first customer? All of the different training resources were all saying the same thing. Get out there, meet people, network, which are not necessarily any of my strengths. I'm more of a logistics, behind the scene type person, but I knew how important having a social presence was. So I started a Facebook, an Instagram, I made a YouTube page, but I also started interacting with different trucking and dispatching groups on Facebook. Now, I'm not going to lie, a lot of this information was fairly new to me as well, but I have a passion for helping people. So anytime I came across a question that I knew the answer to, I would answer the question in detail. And then I would attach a link that they could contact me at if they needed me to elaborate. I have been doing this for a couple weeks now. I've learned so much from the questions of like-minded individuals having a lot of the same struggles as me, and I helped out anybody I could in the process. So after answering a question about rate negotiation, a gentleman reached out to me in regards to possibly mentoring him. He stated that he was currently a carrier looking to become an independent dispatcher. So at the time I told him this is definitely worth discussing and asked him if he could please fill out a carrier preference sheet just to give me a little bit of background with what he was currently doing. I sent him the carrier preference sheet and I set up for a call for a later date. Fast forward 2 more phone calls after that and sending him some general content. And not only is he utilizing my dispatcher services now, but I'm currently mentoring him on growing out of his trucking business. We were both very transparent about our future goals and came up with a great solution of how he can reach his discussed goals and increase his revenue at the same time. This was a win-win solution for the both of us. I not only got a new client, but a partner. And for me, that's what owning my own business is all about, providing needed solutions to carriers trying to grow their business. News dispatchers, what it comes down to is marketing, networking, socializing is so important. The more people you interact with that come across your brand, that know who you are, the better off you'll be. So create that Facebook, that Instagram, start your YouTube channel, but more importantly, interact. Whether you are asking the questions or answering them, the content of needed knowledge always attracts curious minds. The minds of new carriers, brokers just getting their authorities, other dispatchers just starting out. It's simply a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more likely you are to get a yes. This is real, everyone. If I can do this, you can do this. I promise to keep everyone updated on how things are going for me. This is Sade the Dispatcher, y'all. If you got anything from this video, please like, share, subscribe. I promise I plan on having some really good content coming up shortly. I don't want y'all to have to go through the same mistakes and struggle that I just learned. I wish somebody was there to help me avoid a lot of these things. So, until next time, have a great day. Peace and blessings.